Remember when this country used to believe all whistleblowers? If you blew the whistle on Trump, you'd never have to buy a drink in Washington again. But if you blow the whistle on someone named Biden, you get attacked. They'll call you a criminal. That's what they're calling the IRS agent who blew the whistle on the Hunter Biden investigation. But for what exactly? He said Hunter's plea deal was tainted by political pressure.
Even before President Biden took office, he was directed to avoid leads involving Hunter's father.
There were certain investigative steps that we weren't allowed to take that could have led us to President Biden.
And you wanted to take them?
We needed to take them.
And you weren't allowed to take them?
That's correct.
Hunter Biden's attorneys are smearing this IRS whistleblower as, quote, a disgruntled agent who has an obsession with attacking the first family. They're going so far as to say Shapley committed a crime for speaking out against the Bidens. But his attorney is calling this a character assassination.
These attacks are really nothing more than just character assassination. Special Agent Shapley has gone through the process, the legal process of disclosing and becoming a whistleblower. He went to Capitol Hill. He sat for hours of testimony, questioned by Democrats and Republicans, taking their turns. Whatever topics they wanted to get into, they could ask him. He was under the penalties of being prosecuted for false statements if he gave a false statement.
But the one thing that doesn't lie is money. You can call this whistleblower whatever you want, but Oversight Chairman James Comer has already shown us $10 million of cash going from places like China, Romania, and Ukraine straight into the bank accounts of the Bidens. This evidence the Department of Justice just decided to brush off. And there are still bank records that haven't been cracked open yet. But next week, James Comer is promising the release of more bombshell bank records.
We're going to have an announcement, hopefully next week, of more findings, more disturbing findings that we found. You know, bank records don't lie. People make a big issue out of taxes. People cheat on their taxes all the time, but it's hard to cheat on bank records.
And Congressman Darrell Issa sits on the Judiciary Committee and joins us now. Good evening, Congressman. You know, we just explained that Shapley and a second whistleblower went through the process. You don't just get called a whistleblower because you're coming out with information about your agency or some wrongdoing. You go through an actual process. And yet the Bidens are trashing this IRS senior criminal agent because it goes, well, why don't you tell me why?
Well, they're doing it for the same reason that Aaron Lowe did this all the way back in the Clinton era. Remember, when the president chose to lawyer up, he didn't just lawyer up. He went to the most experienced DNC fixer, and that fixer is Hunter Biden's attorney. So, you know, it's not very often that you see the White House, you see the White House saying, talk to this cabinet, talk to that cabinet. But how often do you see them take you to an outside attorney for the son of the president? This is unique, but it's also very telling of where we are. We're in a situation in which current employees of the government, long-time career employees with impeccable records, came forward, played by the rules, made their statements, and now they're being attacked. And it's the reason that we have strong whistleblower laws. And as somebody who helped write the last revision in them, I intend on making sure these people are protected and that more people come forward to tell the truth in the future, because we depend on that. And, you know, our democracy, our republic will not survive if we don't have honesty in government. And right now, we don't have honesty in government there but for these brave individuals.
But the truth is, Congressman Issa, that, there is no incentive right now for whistleblowers to come forward. Is this unique? I mean, in terms of history, I don't recall whistleblowers being called liars and, having their character assassinated like this. Is this something the Bidens just do when it's clear that they've been caught?
Well, again, I'm going all the way back to the Clinton era, where the game book always was, and when another person came forward to allege misconduct of President Clinton, they were trashing him as white trash, as this, as that.
Yeah.
But in this case, when you have career employees who are coming forward with facts, you'll notice they're not disputing the facts. They may be attacking the witnesses, but they're not disputing the underlying facts. And the underlying facts are Hunter Biden, with the help of his father, the vice president and now president, has made a terrific amount of money, much of which he did not report for tax purposes. And for that, you and I would go to jail. He is, in fact, if nothing changes, he's going to get the ultimate slap on the wrist of misdemeanors while he continues to spend time in the White House with the president. I'm cynical, and Judge, you can be too at times. How is it that we've never had cocaine in the White House until we have somebody with a record of using cocaine who was in the White House just about the same time? I'm cynical enough to think that it's not just an accident, that in fact the policies of the White House that let Hunter Biden in, let somebody in with cocaine, and they got stoned and forgot to take it with them, apparently.
Well, and that's a sad commentary on what's going on in America today. Thank you very much, Congressman Darrell Issa, for being with us.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. And